Just in time. Let's go. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, what's popping? We are live. Instagram, what is going on? TikTok, hope you guys are having the best day of your entire lives because you know your boy is Let's Get It. Today I'm going to be covering 3 hacks to actually get toned. This is specifically for my ladies, even though my dudes could probably take some value from this as well. But I know that my ladies love to try and get toned and sculpted and really lose a couple pounds for the summer. I'm sure that applies to majority of women on the planet. I'm not even trying to single people out. This is just what I've seen being a trainer and running my own fitness business. So I wanted to provide a little value with that. So with that being said, let's get it popping. So what I'm going to do is pull up this platform and then we're going to record the podcast, have a little fun. Why not? We're going to keep this short and sweet because it's getting late here for me. And I still have a couple trainings to watch for myself. Ava, what's popping? Hope you're having a great day. Jacob, appreciate the follow. Megan Smith, what's good? And then we got a couple over here on Facebook as well. So let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Boom. What is going on, squad? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your boy, Coach Sal. Let's get it. In today's episode, I'm going to be giving you guys 3 hacks to actually get toned. So we have the summer coming up. I'm assuming that if you're watching this or listening to this, that there's probably a good chance that you want to tone up or sculpt for the summer. Now we're in April, so we have a couple months here, but in the grand scheme, it's not a lot of time at the same time. So what do we need to do in order to make some change, in order to see some progress in a short amount of time? So I'm going to be giving you guys 3 hacks here that you need to actually get toned and see results. So number one is going to be strength training or lifting weights in some capacity. Now, you can train from home. You don't necessarily have to be in the gym to see results. You can train from home. So let me make that very clear. If you ordered a pair of resistance bands, if you ordered a pair of dumbbells, you can get the fuck after it in your living room. So for all of my ladies out there that may be strapped for time, who want to get toned for the summer, you can make gains from home. I literally have 8 clients right now who are training from home and they're seeing fantastic fucking results. So don't get fixated on thinking that you have to be in the gym to see progress or do tons of cardio. That is not the answer to actually toning up your body. If you want to lose a couple pounds, if you want to really feel and look your best this summer, it needs to come from the weights. And no, you don't have to be training for hours. You could get 30, 40-minute workouts in, banger routines, short and sweet from the living room with dumbbells or body weights that will suffice. I'm telling you, I've seen this over and over again, that cardio is not, going to say that, is not the sole focus here if you want to truly tone up and sculpt your body accordingly. So the workouts can be 30, 40 minutes, 4 or 5 times a week. Tops, you break that down, you're looking at maybe 3, 4, 5 hours a week. That's it. That's it. So that's the number one pillar, obviously, is training. Well, Sal, I get that. I understand that. I probably have to train. Like, I get that. But I think it's the mindset perspective on that. I've seen a lot of people be crippled by the fact that, hey, I work, 8, 9, 10-hour days. I'm really shot after work. I just can't seem to get it done. And then, we fall into these habits of just not making it a priority. And then it falls on the back burner. And then months go by. And then all of a sudden, you are not in a good position, both physically and mentally. And that is difficult. And that is where I've been and why I became a trainer and why I believe in coaching as well. So that's my goal with this podcast and live stream, is to give you guys some actionable value that you could literally use today in order to see some progress. So you can incorporate some of those routines into your lifestyle today. And you can simply go on YouTube and search some exercises. I'm telling you that as a coach who runs a business for a living, that majority of the stuff you can find is online. Is it going to specifically help you towards your needs and goals? Maybe not. Probably not. But at the same time, I think it definitely can help for sure. And that kind of ties into the next point here is number 2 is obviously going to be the food, right? So I think a good place to be in is eating 2-3 times a day. Obviously, it depends on the person, where they're at and their calorie needs and overall goals as well. But I think that eating frequently throughout the day, maybe it be some small meals, 2-3 times a day, maybe setting some reminders on your phone. I know sometimes you get caught up in work, maybe 3-4 hours goes by without a meal and you're like, fuck, I'm super hungry. Where do I go? What do I do? So that's why I talk with my clients specifically about proper planning, because proper planning leads to proper execution. And then if you are prepared, you're ready to roll. Because that's the thing, right? That the time's going to pass regardless of what you do. And either you're preparing to fail or you're preparing to succeed. Both is a choice. In order to really sustain what you're doing, you just have to try and be a little bit proactive. So what does that mean? That means taking maybe an hour on Sunday to prioritize some meal prep, maybe grocery shopping online, or maybe ordering some meals online as well. It doesn't take a lot to stay on track, guys. It's really your mentality and your perspective on that oftentimes holds you back. So it's literally just trying to ask yourself the question of, hey, what could I do today that's going to get me closer to my goals? And I think that the more that you're able to ask yourself those questions consistently will help you tremendously. Does that make sense? Is that clear? Is that helping you? Let's see what we got over here. TikTok, we got a few. I weigh 245, is 2,300 calories a day. Good weight for weight loss. So in order to lose weight here, guys, you have to be in a calorie deficit. So basically what that means is burning more calories than you are consuming. So I would say download the app MyFitnessPal, track your calories, calculate where your macros are at. Macros are the basic caloric breakdown, or basic nutrition, protein, carbs, and fats. So that you get a good understanding of that with MyFitnessPal, and you track that consistently. You move your body, you just get some steps in. A great place to be in overall is aiming for maybe 10,000 steps a day, which is equivalent to about 5 miles. Should take you roughly around maybe hour and a half, depending on your pace and the speed that you're going at. But I would say, if to answer your question here, KS Sparrow, I think I'm saying that right. If you are trying to lose weight, you just have to make sure you're burning more calories than you're consuming. So it could be simply going for a walk after meals, prioritizing your sleep, getting a lot of water in, eating good, clean, real foods consistently, and just making sure that you're trying. I think that's literally half the battle that gets overlooked a lot of times is effort. Because a lot of things that I see as a coach is the all or nothing mentality, which really cripples most people and holds them back. So we're going to keep this rolling here. And that ties into the last point of 3 hacks to actually getting toned is number 3. Ready for this one? Probably the most important pillar, if we think about this here, is sleep. Now, why do I think sleep is important? Well, if we think about it this way, you're beating the shit out of your body in the gym consistently. And when you're in the gym or when you are training, you are tearing those muscle fibers down to a certain extent that can only really be repaired through nutrition and sleep. So the thing is, guys, to understand is that if you're not fueling your body accordingly with proper nutrients, and if you're not getting quality sleep consistently, not only is that going to impact your performance in the gym, but also your energy levels as well. So then if you're constantly lacking on sleep, then you will suffer continuously over time. So how do you get more sleep? Make sure you're limiting or monitoring your caffeine intake consistently. I probably wouldn't have coffee or pre-workout after 5 p.m. if you're trying to get 8 hours of sleep. You should be consistently aiming for 7, 8, probably 9 hours of sleep a night is a great range to be in to make sure that you're actually performing optimally inside of the gym and getting the best workouts that you possibly can. And if you're getting great workouts, it's going to boost your metabolism, which is going to make you hungrier. It's all a culmination. All of it is coming together. So that's the thing. It's going to snowball in a direction, whether you want to believe it or not. But that's the thing. It's a choice that's in your control. You have to believe that. I'm going to say that again. You have to believe that you can do it. Take action on that consistently and you will succeed. Now, that sounds easier said than done. I hear that all the time. Well, Sal, you don't understand. You know, I have a job, I have kids, I have this and that. You just don't understand. Well, let's talk about that for a second. We all have 24 hours in a day. We all have 24 hours in a day. So what's the separation? It's how you spend your time, who you spend your time with, and the energy that is exerted on certain tasks. Because at the end of the day, success does not give a fuck how you feel, no matter what it is that you do, whether it's fitness, nutrition, construction, finance, whatever it is. The sun's going to come up tomorrow. Success doesn't give a fuck how you feel. Okay. Nobody gives a shit what you do. Work harder. Now, this may be a little ruthless, but at the same time, like, this is the mentality that it takes. Nobody gives a shit what you do. Most people are consumed with what they're doing and too preoccupied with what they got going on to worry if the grass is greener over there. That's what it is. How does this relate to fitness and actually getting toned? Well, I'll tell you why. Because your mindset and your perspective is going to determine your reality, and your priorities are going to create the world that you live in. Now, that may sound a little OD, but if you actually take a minute to, I had a nip slip there. If you take a minute to really zoom out for a second and ask yourself these questions consistently, what can I do today that's going to get me closer to my goals? You ask yourself those questions consistently. Is what I'm doing right now getting me closer to my goals? You know the answer to that. You know the answer to that. So I think it's rewiring the way that you think and your perspective on that, and then implementing the change consistently, because that's the kicker. You could say you want to do it for a few weeks, a few months, maybe stay on track for a little bit and then fall off. That's something that really interests me as a coach, is understanding why people try and then quit. Why try and then quit? And that's something that I like to reverse engineer as a trainer. Something that I really value almost as a challenge with being a fitness coach and a personal trainer and running my own fitness business and helping 30 clients transform their lives through health and fitness. We just signed 2 more today. 2 more that join the community today. And we have tons of applications to get through over the next coming weeks. I can't keep up with them fast enough. We're doing something special inside of my community. So the question I want to ask is, are you looking to change your life? Are you struggling? Are you having issues with anything? If you are, shoot me a DM and we'll see if we can help you more. So to recap here, 3 hacks to actually getting toned and making sure that your body is nice and sculpted for the summer. To my ladies, it's number 1, to focus on strength training over cardio. I'm not saying not to do cardio. There's a time and a place for it, but just riding the Peloton over time, all the time, I should say, is not going to get you the fat glutes that you guys all asked me for. Everyone's like, Sal, how could I grow my glutes? It's not going to be on the Peloton. I hate to break it to you. Like, I'm sorry to be that guy, but that's what it is. Okay? That's what it is. Riding the Peloton is not going to grow your glutes. Not going to sculpt your arms. Not going to tone your abs. Yes, you might lose body fat. The scale may go down. But, like, what is that really doing for you? And I understand that some people love it. I'm not hating on it in any way. What I'm saying is, though, it's just not the answer, okay? So to recap, 3 hacks to actually getting toned is 1, focusing on strength training over cardio, making sure that you're progressively overloading that week by week. Number 2, making sure that you're eating at least 2-3 meals a day, spacing it out within 3 to 4 hours, prioritizing your protein intake, making sure that you're not going more than 4 hours without a meal. I see that so often with my ladies. A lot of times you guys have a tendency not to eat till 1 p.m. and your first meal is a coffee from Starbucks. You have to fuel your body accordingly if you want to actually see results inside of the gym, because let's face it, your food is energy, and the energy that you are consuming is going to allow you to move that weight consistently, which is indirectly going to lead to better results inside of the gym. That's what it is. So most of the time I see women who are under eating, and my goal with my program is to teach them actually how to eat more food, lift more weight, and that's going to create the body that they desire. And I know that may be difficult for some of you to hear, is that's the case, right? Well, Sal, I'm scared to lift because I don't want to get bulky. Lifting weights is not going to make you bulky unless you're purposely trying to make that happen for months and years at a time. And you have to understand how to do that. Like, it's another level. I hate to break it to you, but you probably could not do that if you fucking tried. So the whole lifting weights is going to make me bulky thing is completely debunked. It's debunked. I don't want to hear it anymore. Strength training is the answer to growing your glutes and toning them for the summer. Okay, making sure that you're eating at least 2-3 meals spaced out 3-4 hours apart, focusing on the protein intake, and making sure that you're eating nice and slow and consistently. And the last pillar, number 3, is your sleep. Make sure that you are getting at least 6 to 8 hours per night, and the quality matters. So put those screens down, click out of this live stream if it's late for you right now. Go get your freaking sleep in because it's going to affect your performance. Me personally, I'm hitting the sheets right after this. I cannot fucking wait. And then I'm going to get up after in the morning and fucking get after it tomorrow. I literally cannot wait. So that's the last point. And obviously, drinking a ton of water, limiting your sugar, your sodium intake is going to help tremendously. So that is it. That's what I got here for you. 3 hacks to actually getting toned. If you guys got value from this, let me know. I'm thinking about doing a cash giveaway. So what I'm going to do is, let's say today is April 7th, right? So at the end of April, we're going to pick a winner. So I'm going to do, let's see, let's have some fun right now. We got a couple people here with me, right? I want to do a giveaway. So what are we going to do? I'll tell you what. I'm going to give away $200 to the person who continuously shares the podcast on their stories consistently. So all you have to do is screenshot an episode of my podcast, share it to your story, and tag me. The more that you do that, the more entries you give yourself. And at the end of April, I will pick someone and I will choose them to win the $200. So you heard it here first. We're doing a $200 giveaway at the end of April. All you have to do to enter is screenshot this podcast, post to your story, and tag me, and you're automatically entered to win. So, guys, that is it. That is all. I fucking appreciate you. I hope you have the best night of your entire lives. Peace, love, and protein. Coach Sal's out. Let's get it. Boom. What's up? Was that a good podcast? Patrick says, ab check. Do you want me to show my abs? I'm not going to do that. Mariah, what's popping? Jellica says, any pre-workout recommendations? I like Total War. Shit is fire. Yep. Can you see good results in 6 weeks? Yeah, 100%. Google, what's good? What's popping? Frankie popped in. Renee, Miranda, Gio, Kimberly. Oh, one of my clients, Kimberly, popped in. Let's fucking get it. We just wrapped up a team Zoom call. That was fire. But guys, that's it. That's all. That's all I had. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. If you want to enter the giveaway, all you got to do is go to my podcast and the link in my bio on Instagram, screenshot episode, tag me, post it to your story, and you're automatically entered to win. So that is it. That is all. I fucking appreciate you. Peace, love, and protein. I'm out.